Hello, I am Sid, and in this video I will tell you how to create simple components using Angular in TypeScript. So in my previous video I explained how to create your app module which will be used by Angular. In this video I'm going to look at these three components that you see over here. These are really simple. So let us go in detail for the app component. So app component is basically a class, and we are using component decorator from Angular, which we are importing over here from Angular core. And this component has got a constructor, and it has also got this method. Now the interesting thing is this decorator part. So what we are saying is this component will have a selector as a string Prodo, okay, and we have written its template in a different file for which we are using template URL. If you like to define the template here without writing in a separate HTML, you can just use template, and you can use these and whatever it is, like define your template. So the next one is really important thing, which is module ID. As such, I'm using system.js for TypeScript as a module system, which I will go in detail later on, but just to give you an overview, I am looking at the tsconfig.json, and the module system that I'm using is common.js over here. So what happens is when the module is loaded, we are using the module's ID to basically have a relative path for all our resources. For example, when the module loads, it is loading from the app folder, and an ID will be given to this module. So whenever I say this HTML file or any other CSS file, it will know that I am referring to this module, so it should be relative to that particular path where this module lives. Now the next one is in the constructor, I am demanding Angular to give me a toaster service instance. So this toaster service is already registered if I go to my main module. So first I am importing this from Angular to toaster package. Okay, and then I have also imported that module so that Angular is aware that I would like to use this module. Now it's very simple. We use this toaster module in one of the events, which is after view init, that is after my view is initialized, and we just show success notification. It is interesting that we can actually make most of the interfaces that Angular gives. For example, if I say, suppose if I did not had this and I just had this one, it is very easy for someone to come here and write this, and it will compile because it's just a normal method, and it can be named whatever the developer wants. But say suppose if I implement this particular interface which is available in the Angular core, so what it's saying is it has got a method that needs to be implemented by whatever class that implements this class, okay, which is abstract, as you can see. So this will give me strong compile time checking. So if I write test now, as you can see, it is showing me that something is not good, and the message is the app component declares class after view init, which is this one, as an interface, but does not implement it. So this is really useful when it comes to implementing interfaces that is available, and a component can implement quite a good number of interfaces that is available in the core framework. So this was the app component. Let us run this application and see how the app component works. So I will start this application. So when I start this application, it is going to run the API project, and to run my web application, I'm basically using the Task Runner Explorer to just start basically compiles all my TypeScript and watches all my changes, and it runs and serve files required for this application. So as you can see, this one is the where we play project, and this one is my application using Angular. So this is the app component. It has got a navigation and a header. Now it has this big UI, which is part of the welcome component, and it has footer. So let us look at the HTML section of this app component. Alright, so this is the template. First of all, here I'm defining a toaster container, which is required by toaster as a package to show notifications on the UI. And the second one is using Bootstrap's HTML markups. As you can see, it is using the container and a good navigation structure. I will explain about router outlet in my another video, where I will explain how to set up routing in Angular application. And this is the footer part. So as you can see, header, main body, and footer. So main body is actually sitting inside the router outlet at the moment, because this is where we swap components on the basis of state in the URL. As you can see, router outlet is over here. Just to give you an overview, the routing for this application is defined in app routing module. So I've created a different module for this, which I will go in detail later on. But we are rendering the welcome component when it comes to home. To get more updates, please subscribe to my channel and to my blog. You can find the links in the description below. See you later. Thanks. Bye.